What's up guys, I'm Ryan, I'm a tutor in the Econ Tutoring Center. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about real interest rates and the difference between real and nominal. Remember that the language and notation that we use might differ from your professors, so always check to make sure that's the same language you're using. Okay, so let's say that you show up to the bank one day and you see a posted interest rate, let's say of 5%, a nominal interest rate of 5%. That was about 5. Right? And you want to make an investment of, let's say, today at your initial period of $1,000. So, and this is an annualized interest rate, so over the course of a year. So, the idea here is that if you look at this, you would just say, okay, well in a year's time, I would have $1,050. But the problem is that $1,050 might not be worth the same thing it is in the next period as it is today because of inflation, so the price levels might rise. So let's say that we have inflation in the meantime of like 1.5%, right? So the general price levels rose 1.5%, so your purchasing power of $1,000 is lower. So that means that when you get your $1,050 in the future, that's going to be worth less than what $1,050 today would be worth because of this inflation. So what we can do is there's this equation that says that the real interest rate, right, which is adjusted for inflation, right, equals your nominal, I'll call it interest rate, minus inflation. Right? So we have this real interest rate which is adjusted for inflation because we subtract out the rate at which price levels rose. Right? So our nominal interest rate is this 5%. So that's going to mean that our, I'm going to call this real, is equal to our nominal interest rate, which is 5%, minus the rate that price levels went up, 1.5%, right, which is going to get us that our real interest rate is 3.5%. So if we want to see how much this $1,000 investment, how much money you're going to have in terms of dollars today, accounting for the fact that general price levels rose, we would just do this 1,000, so then our investment, so this is like our investment period 0, so then the amount of money that we're going to have at period 1, so I1, is going to be equal to our initial $1,000 investment, right, times 1 plus the interest rate. So you're going to get your initial 1,000 back plus the additional 3.5% of that investment. So 1 plus 0.035, and you can calculate that out if you want. But basically the idea is that this is a way to adjust for the fact that price levels will go up to find out how much that money that you invest will actually be worth in the next period. Okay, hopefully that helped you understand real interest rates and the difference between real and nominal and how we can use them to correct for the effects of inflation. If you have any more questions, come to the Econ Tutoring Center.